How you doing, people? Hope you're well, training hard consistently. My name's Duncan Walsh. Okay, very quick video on sprint interval training, what you need to know about it. It's quite a newish popular way of training. Differentiates from HIIT training in the sense that HIIT training, high intensity interval training, is normally performed at 80-85% of your maximum heart rate. You might have a variety of exercises that you do for different work to rest ratios. So it might be 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off, a minute on, a minute off, maybe 40 seconds on, 15 or 20 seconds off. You can mix it about a bit. 6 exercises might constitute 1 round, and you might do 4 rounds, 5 rounds, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes. Quite a lot of options. Keeps things interesting with a variety of different exercises. Often very good for functional fitness when you're using your body in different ways. Sprint interval training involves a near maximal or maximal effort for a short period of time. It might be as long as 30 seconds, could be 20 seconds, but then you get a much longer rest. Could be a minute and a half, could be 3 minutes. But the idea is it's a maximal effort followed by a longer rest. Now the thing is to be aware of when you do sprint interval training, 3 main things. Firstly, if you go into that, you've already got to be pretty fit. If you're doing anything at a maximal effort, you've already got to be pretty fit to attempt that. It does depend what the exercise is. If you're on a running track and you are just sprinting on a running track, you're possibly more prone to injury, depending how old you are and your level of fitness, than you would be maybe if you're on an exercise bike and you're going hard on the exercise bike. You'd be a bit less prone to injury on the bike or another sort of ergometer similar where you're actually sat on a seat. But that is the first thing. You've already got to be pretty fit to attempt that. And HIIT training is a good stepping stone up to sprint interval training. Although I'll come to this in a minute, don't think that you can't get your zone 4s and zone 5s in HIIT training. It's just dependent on the work to rest ratio. You can absolutely get right up to zone 5 in HIIT training, still with a controlled effort in the exercises if the work to rest ratio is correct. The second thing about sprint interval training is you've got to be very warmed up. Got to spend a lot of time warming up. I know back in the day when I would be doing track sessions on a running track, when I saw guys that were doing sprint or sprint interval training, they would spend 3/4 of the session warming up. So you've really got to warm up well before a sprint interval training session. The third thing is I would advise you are fresh. In other words, you've had at least 1 rest day, possibly even 2 rest days prior to the sprint interval training workout. When you're giving maximal effort on something, you don't want to be already fatigued from other stuff you've done and then certainly obviously not warmed up for it. The last thing you want out of any of these sessions is to get injured. So whilst we all look for the right protocols for training, it's all got to be within the context of not getting injured as well. So what I was saying before about HIIT training, there's this perception that only sprint interval training, that's the real maximum effort stuff that's really going to get you up to those higher echelons of fitness. But even if you're just sort of going at a hard steady with HIIT training, if you were working for something like 40 seconds on and 15 seconds off, your heart rate is going to get up quickly. A minute on, a minute off is another classic sort of work to rest ratio. But if you're doing a minute on, 45 seconds off, that's going to skyrocket it even more. So you don't necessarily just want to have flat out training. You can still get a long way with that 80-85% if the work to rest ratio is correct. So it's best to perceive these training sessions as like a continuum of the effort, the percentage effort that you're giving per exercise, and a continuum with what your work to rest ratio is. And sure, it's good sometimes to do those maximal efforts with longer rest, but I just wouldn't recommend going straight into sprint interval training because you hear that it's a great thing to do and you're only really at the beginner level. All training is an accumulation of time, consistent effort over time. You have to build these things up. Okay, that was it. Don't forget to download my free PDF. Over 40-50 fitness tips, hacks, best training methods, body maintenance tips, all sorts of stuff. It's a free PDF. See the link in the description. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.